Welcome to Career Uprising. I'm your host, Lorraine Rise, a career and executive coach dedicated to helping clients who are 40 plus to break free from feeling stuck and transform into the unstoppable force you're destined to become. Let's start the uprising. Hey everyone, welcome to episode 168. Everything is a choice. I'm Lorraine Rise. I'm so glad you found your way over to today's show. Please take a moment to subscribe, follow the show on Apple or however you like to listen. I would love to have you get notified of all the new episodes and maybe even leave a review. That would be phenomenal. I read them and appreciate them. So I hope you're doing well. Welcome. We're going to dive right in to a really important message. I want you to know that your life is shaped by the choices that you make. And maybe that seems obvious. Maybe you think you already know that, but we're going to dig into this concept really, really deep. All right. So, wherever you are listening right now, in your car, at home, at work, wherever you are at this moment, you are a living, breathing summation of every choice that you have ever made in your life. That is what has gotten you here. I remember a quote. I don't know exactly who it was. I want to say Tony Robbins, because I've been really influenced by his work, but years and years ago, probably like 20 years ago, I heard a quote that has stayed with me forever. And I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but I think I'm pretty close. He said, if anyone is enjoying more success than you in any area of life, it's because they're making different choices. If anyone is enjoying success in any area of life more than you, they are making different choices. And I think that is incredibly true and empowering. So, why does all this matter? Why does it matter to think about life as a choice or evaluate our choices? Because that is where all of your personal agency and power comes from. And I am all about personal accountability and ownership of your choices and your life. This is what's gotten me to where I am today, and it's going to get you to where you want to go because it's what's gotten you to where you are now. So for better or for worse, we are married to our choices in life. And if we need to make a change, it comes down to making different choices. So we're going to get crystal clear today on where your power is, and you have a heck of a lot more than you think. So that is good news, my friends. So all right, buckle up. I want to tell you guys a really quick story about the power of choice. So, about 12 years ago now, yeah, it's 2013, I had the choice. I had the option to make a choice that ended up, it changed the trajectory of my career and my life. Um, I was being laid off from a job that I'd been at for almost 6 years, which was the longest I'd ever been at a company at that time. And I was young, I was in my 20s, or maybe about 30. Um, and I had the choice to take the severance package and be laid off and face unemployment with no job leads in my back pocket. Or I actually didn't have to be. They offered me another position, an equivalent position within the company, literally identical to the one that I had. It was just in a new location that was not being shut down. So I could stay employed or be unemployed. Which do we choose? Normally, we choose to stay employed, right? And I had a young baby at home and student loans and a mortgage and so on. And we were not making anywhere near to the level income that we are today. This was a while ago. I had a lot to pay for. What was my choice? I chose to walk away. I chose to be unemployed. I took my measly, 6 weeks of severance, something like that, and walked away. And that decision put me on a path that would ultimately lead me just 2 years later to career uprising and eventually hosting this very show. If I hadn't I don't really know what I would be doing now. I just know that it would look very different. Maybe I'd still would have gone into HR or recruiting, or I don't know. Maybe would have taken a sales job somewhere. It's okay, and it's all a bunch of what ifs, right? So I don't know, but I do know that I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing today. My career and my life would look so different if I had made a different choice. And there's no judgment, there's no right or wrong. There's just what you choose and then what happens next. And taking responsibility for that. So the safer choice in this case, of course, would have been to take the other job, and nothing would have really been that different. But that's just it. I wanted things to be different. I wanted a different result. So I had to take a different action, even if there was a risk involved. Sometimes that's what you have to do. We often ask ourselves, well, what am I risking by leaving? But what was I risking by staying? There was risk either way. It was just which one did I want to take? Which hard did I want? And that comes down to your values. So the point of the story isn't about, whether you should leave a job or stay. That's just what my choice was at the time. It's different for you. It's just about being intentional with your choices and aligning them with your values and then taking responsibility for them. Everything you do, every action or inaction is a choice in life. And yes, inaction also is a choice. Doing nothing is doing something, right? And that's okay. Sometimes doing nothing is the right thing. But the point is, do you want to make your choices consciously or unconsciously? I think in my story, the unconscious choice would have been to just, oh, yeah, I'll take the other job. Yeah, of course. I don't want to be unemployed, obviously. But I made a conscious choice. I stopped and I thought about it and I decided what was most valuable for me. What was my priority at that time? Which of these choices aligned with what I wanted to do? And even though I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, I knew I didn't want to keep doing what I was doing. I was ready to leave that job. I'd been ready for a little while, a little overripe, right? So it made more sense and was actually, in a way, less risky for me to leave than it was to stay. That choice might look different for you, but that's how you make choices. You evaluate them both and compare them against your values and your goals at that moment in your life. Now, 5 years from now, it might be different. 5 years ago might be different. It's all about the present moment. What makes sense and aligns with your goals and values right now? And that is what I did. And that is what got me where I am today. So let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be back in just about a minute and a half or 2 minutes, and we're going to talk more about this. We're going to talk about shifting from victim mindset to creator and how you can build more accountability in your career. We'll be right back. Hey everyone, it's Lorraine again. While the show takes a quick break, I want to tell you a little bit more about what we do at Career Uprising. We've been in business for 10 years now, helping clients who are either executives or in the late career phase. We work with clients in all different industries, from tech to healthcare to education. Are you worried about ageism in your job search? Or maybe you haven't looked for a job in years and you feel outdated and overwhelmed. Or maybe you feel stuck and want to figure out what's next for you in your career. If any of these sound like you, we might be a good fit. My team and I have helped over 500 clients over the last decade to land new jobs faster than they could on their own. We offer world-class coaching, resume writing, and salary negotiation support. First, you can sign up for my mailing list and be a part of my growing community. Head over to careeruprising.com today and learn more and book a call with me. That's careeruprising.com. I can't wait to connect with you. Let's get back to the show. All right, so do you want to be a victim or a creator? Which one do you want? Because you're going to have to choose between the two. Your natural essence is to be a creator. You are creating every moment of your life. If you're complaining, you're creating. If you're grateful, you're creating. It's just a matter which one you want. So, also, really, if you think about it, when you act like a victim and blame other people and other circumstances, you're also creating. You're just creating a lot of things you don't want. But I work with clients a lot on shifting from the victim to the creator mindset. So, let's listen to the difference between the two. The victim says, I'm too old. No one's going to hire me. This is going to be too hard. The market is just bad. It's the holidays. No one's going to be hiring. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I don't have any options, all these things, right? I'm stuck, I'm stuck, I'm stuck. The creator says, I can make this happen. I will figure this out. I'm willing to try. I'm willing to take action. I want to learn. You want to run experiments, right? The creator takes action, runs experiments, gets curious, tries things. It's another word for it is the growth mindset. You've probably heard that phrase a lot. This is where all your power is. You're making a choice either way, but do you want to make a choice from fear and lack and being a victim and that this is never going to work and I hate this, it's too hard, I'm too old, whatever? Or do you want to make your choice from this might be hard, but I'm willing to do it. I'm going to get help. I'm going to try anyway, right? I'm going to make the best of this. I'm going to learn. I'm going to adapt, whatever you have to do. That's the creator. It means you take responsibility for your career and your life. You don't just blame the job boards, you do something about it, right? You don't just blame the economy and the bad market. You keep trying and you keep networking and find when the front door closes, you find a side door, right? I see this mindset even in senior leaders and executives that I work with. They sit around and wait for opportunities. They just apply online to the job boards or just ask, they don't really know how to like network and go to have conversations that create opportunities. They have kind of a waiting mindset. You have to go create opportunities in life. You have to find them. I didn't just have Career Uprising fall in my lap. They literally didn't exist. I had to create it. But you can cultivate this as a job seeker as well. It's not just about building a business. It's about making conscious choices that are positive and productive and get you closer to your goals. So when I coach people, no victims allowed. I'm really clear about that. Okay. No excuses. No, I can't. That's not what people hire me for. And there's a high degree then of accountability in our program as well. You have to show up, right? You have to show up on camera. And I'm going to expect you to do your homework, right? And bring me something and have thoughts and ideas. It's a partnership because you're actually the one creating. I'm just helping to facilitate. So that's the difference between those mindsets. And the difference lies in your results 100%. So this is all about building accountability as well and resiliency in your career. So here's a couple really specific questions that I want you to ask yourself or things that I want you to consider to help you take this lesson to the next level and apply it in your life. 1, define your goals very clearly. What do you really want? Do you want a new job? Do you want to advance and move up? Do you want to make more money? Those are all separate things that are sometimes related, but sometimes not. What is it that you want out of your career or your life? Write it down too. Get specific. 2, evaluate your trade-offs. Do you need to give something up? Do you need to prioritize something else to make this happen? What are you willing to sacrifice to make it happen? In my previous story, I was willing to trade some financial security and a steady paycheck for the unknown, for the opportunity to go create something else. Walking away from that job freed up time, mental and emotional energy, so I could funnel all of that into my next career move, which I did. That would have been harder to do if I was still in my job day to day, right? I sent a powerful message to the universe that, hey, I'm willing to let go and step into the unknown to gain something new. So that was a sacrifice I was willing to make. What is it for you? 3, what choices have you made that have led you to where you are? And it is always your choices. And I think this is what people get hung up on the most. They're like, no, 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 it's because of this. It's because of my family or how I was raised or the economy or my spouse or whatever. And that's bullshit. Stop. Okay. Yes, other people exist and other people have their own needs and priorities, and you mingle with them, but you are responsible for you, your choices, your reactions, what you're making everything mean. That is where your power is. So if you want different results with the people and the circumstances you have, make them mean something different and do something different about them. So that kind of takes us right into 4. We kind of went there. What do you need to choose differently to get the results you want? Just like the quote at the beginning of the show, if anyone else is enjoying more success in any area of life than you are, they are making different choices. How can you apply that in your life? First, you have to evaluate the choices you've already made and understand the connection to how they got you to where you are today. Then you can move forward and make new ones. And let me be clear, the title of this show is Everything is a Choice, and I do mean everything. Your career path, that's a choice. Who you marry, that's a choice. You want to stay married, that's a choice. Where you live, that's a choice. How much money you make, yes, that's a choice. I know you want to fight me on that one, but it's true. You have a lot of influence over your money situation from a tactical and a mindset standpoint, a lot. Are you happy? You better believe that one's a choice too. All right. Remember, I'm not talking about outside circumstances and other people. We don't even need to control those. You only need to control you. That's where all of your power is. If you want different results in life, start making different choices today. So my final question to you is, what is one area of your life where you need to make a bold, new choice? All right, my friends, I hope that was helpful. Find the archives of this show at careeruprising.com/podcast. Sign up for my email community. You'll get Accessing the Hidden Job Market. It's my brand new guide that I made, 14 strategies for getting into the hidden job market. It's yours instantly for free. I want you to join me on this journey. Take the next step. Of course, you can also book a call with me off the website as well. But if you're not ready for that, follow me on LinkedIn, join my email community, take action, make a new choice. All right? Have a beautiful day. Hey, it's Lorraine, and I want to say thanks for listening. If you found value in today's show, I would be honored to have your review on Apple Podcasts. It's the single best way to help this show be found by other listeners, and you'll earn some good karma. Thanks again for tuning in, and I can't wait to connect with you next time on Career Uprising.